So you want to have the famous TikToker hairstyle, and I'm going to show you a couple of key things on how to do it. And I think this is, you know, a trending type of look that a lot of people have, and yes, a lot of people do want. So let's start about what products do you need. I'm going to start with my 25 spray. This is just a good foundational spray, and it's just good for hair that's a bit longer. You can comb through the hair very easily, and it's got 25 benefits to it. So then what I like to do is just comb that through, right? Another product, this is my anti-static vent brush. It has a rubber handle, so you have really a lot of control and good grip. So I like to comb the 25 spray in through the hair like so, so it's evenly distributed. The next product is, this is the big one right here. This is a Tidal Wave, my #1 selling product here. Really essential to spraying and on this hair to achieve the style, because this has just the right amount of that sea salt type of texture. It helps add volume and very, very kind of light hold, but it's essential to use a product like this in order to get that kind of hold, that beachy type of look. So I would say go in and just spray it on where you feel that it's evenly, again, distributed throughout the hair. Comb it through if you want. You don't have to comb it through, but you totally can. So now we've got the product from scalp to ends, and if you want, you could even do another one for good luck, and you're good to go. So now it's time to start blow drying. So I'm using this, and this brush is part of the TikToker hairstyle kit, which is available on my shop. It has these 3 products. Now, an update on the brush. These brushes, first it was the red one, then we went to this one because the red one was selling out so much. Then we had to use this as a temporary replacement. This sold out completely. Then I had to use another brush similar to this, but the good news is that I'm having my own TheSalonGuy brush made, which is almost ready. It's being shipped out, and we should have it available on the shop in probably less than like 2 weeks or so, which will be back to the red one, and it's going to be even better than all of them. But the replacements you are getting are very, very good. I've tested them to make sure that they do meet up to achieving these types of looks and the quality. But I am going to be having my own TheSalonGuy brush available very, very soon. So what you want to do is, I always suggest blow drying the hair just to get some of the moisture out of it. So what I'm going to do is kind of blow dry and then stop and talk and explain. So what we're doing now is just rough drying the hair a little bit, just to get some of the moisture out of the hair. And now you notice that I'm not like shaking the hair all over the place. I'm actually using my hand to kind of, my fingers to work the product into the hair, and I'm actually taming the hair so that it's not like super, super wild and out of control. Now we're going to take the brush, and what we're going to do is lock the brush in, and we're going to start to blow dry and pull towards the face. All right? And we're doing this section by section, pulling us all forward and blow drying it. What I like to do is make sure that when you're blow drying this, give it one good kind of brush through to make sure that you're not getting any knots, because your hair could be easily knotted, and what you really want to do is make sure that that brush can work through that section of hair very easily. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just lock the brush in with the blow dryer like so for a few seconds to make sure all of this is dry, and then you can actually push that out of the way. We're going to do another section right down the middle. I'm going to brush through it to make sure there's no knots, and then I'm going to blow dry upwards like so. So it's down, and I'm rolling the hair back like this. Pull it forward, and I'm curling the hair going back. So what you want to do right now, you could also go on top of the section like this, just to smooth out that top layer. And then I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to do this. And then you can also push that back like that. So the last section in the front, same thing. I'm going to blow dry it forward like this to smooth out that hair on the top section. Then I'm going to take the brush, and I'm going to brush this all forward and then up, like that. So another key thing is that as I'm blow drying, I'm working the brush and the nozzle. It's very important that you use a nozzle, which is this attachment right in through here, because that directs the hair, as you can see, right in that area. If I had no nozzle, the air would be blowing all over the place, and the hair would be a bit of a mess. So the nozzle gives you a lot more control while you're blow drying. So as you can see, I'm bringing it all forward and then rolling the hair up like this. So this is what's going to happen, is you're going to get that flip right into the front. Now let's bring all of this forward, like so, because I think it's important that we do that and we get all of this in one section like this. This way we can blow dry it all back towards the face and then away from the face. Okay, and there we go. So we have some nice movement right into the front here. And now we're going to work on the sides. Now the sides really depends on you. It depends on the kind of look that you want. You can blow dry them down, or you can do the same thing where if you want all this to go back, well, blow dry it going forward and then flipping it back. So really the process is the same thing throughout the entire head of wherever you want the hair to flip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this without talking and then just kind of take a look and watch what I'm doing, and then I'll break it down when we're done. All right, so as you can see, what we have going on here is we have the start of that type of haircut and that style. So then what we're going to do is we want to kind of loosen this up a bit. So we're going to rake our fingers back this way, and we're just going to kind of loosen this up. And then a lot of times what people do is we end up kind of bringing it forward like this and then working the shape in. So it's a lot of like back like this and then forward. It's all about using the hands and working that texture in. So we've got the flips at the front, and once we have that locked in place, then we can go ahead and spray it, right? Okay, let's look down this way. And if this reminds you of anybody, let me know, or leave a comment of who you think this kind of reminds you of. So then I'm going to use my locked hairspray right here, and we're going to spray this back off the face like this. Once again, you can bring it down and work it into the length there. So keep that off the face a little bit, and there we go. So now, you know, this is a bit more on the wild side, but I think it's one of those looks that a lot of people, believe it or not, do want their hair to look like, okay? And it's one of those styles that it's trending, it looks a little bit wild, not in control, and I'm starting to see more guys have the kind of winged out look like this, which is crazy. So if you do want to keep that wing kind of look, you can just, you know, spread it out and make it look even, it's almost like horns, right? Imagine that we start seeing where it's like really extreme like this, where it's like somebody looks like they have horns coming out of their head. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, this is it. This is the style. And don't forget, if you use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20, you'll get 20% off in the United States at shop.thesalonguy.com.